Let your body settle now. Just let it go. The weight of you pressing into whatever is beneath you. Your shoulders feel how they want to pull upward toward your ears. They don't need to do that. Let them drop. Your hands, notice where they are resting. The warmth where skin meets skin, or where a hand rests against the blanket. And your jaw, you may be holding it tighter than you know. You don't need to. Nothing needs to be decided by your face tonight. Your feet, the weight of the blanket across them. The warmth spreading slowly outward from your center into your legs, your arms, the soles of your feet. Breathe in slowly and out, just through the nose, long and easy. The breath knows how to do this without you. And again, in and out. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to remember. It will all be there tomorrow. Tonight there is only this. And as you breathe, the sounds you know grow distant and something else takes their place. You are in Cusco, near the Sacred Valley. The year is 1470. The Qhapaq Inca rules from the great stone city on the plateau, and the roads stretching outward from here, north and south along the spine of the Andes, are carrying the empire. Tonight you will simply rest on one of them. You are lying on an alpaca skin mat, thick and rough soft, on the stone floor of a tambo. A low room. Stone walls fitted together without mortar, each block cut and shaped until it locked against its neighbor, tight as two palms pressed together. The roof above you is thatch. You can hear the wind moving through it in small, dry whispers. Somewhere outside, a llama shifts its weight on the stone pen floor. You breathe in, and the air carries something. Cold stone and wood smoke, the dry grass smell of the thatch, and something beneath, the faint sweetness of dried maize from the storeroom next door where the tambo's provisions sit in careful order. The tambo stands beside the Qhapaq Nan, the great royal road, cut and leveled by hand through stone and mountain. Every 6 to 9 walking distances, a tambo like this one. A place to sleep. A place to hand off the quipu and run no further. Your body is heavy in the way a day of mountain running makes it heavy. Not a bad heaviness. A finished heaviness. Your legs have done what they were made to do. Now they are still. Before you lay down, you set the quipu on the flat stone near the door. A quipu, not words, not letters, but knots. Colored cords hanging from a main cord, each knot carrying meaning in its position, its color, its distance from the next. The next chasqui will carry it at dawn, 6 more walking distances to the next tambo. You touched each cord once before setting it down. Not to read it, its meaning is not yours to know. Simply to confirm the knots were intact. They were. They are. The quipu rests now, still, patient. Whatever it carries, a count of llamas, a record of maize from the terraced fields, it will carry it in the morning without effort. The quipu does not need you to understand it. It holds what it holds, and in the morning it will move on. The tambo door is low. You pulled the wool cloth across it before lying down. Through the gap at the bottom, you can feel the night air moving, thin and cold the way Andes air is always cold after dark. The high puna holds no heat once the sun is gone. The stones go back to what they are, old and cold and permanent. You pulled the alpaca blanket higher when the cold came, heavier than it looks. The fiber is dense. The alpacas answer to altitude, to wind, to the world above the cloud line. Your body is warm inside it now. The cold is still there, just beyond the wool. It does not reach you. Earlier, before dark, you chewed a few coca leaves. The bitter green taste is still faintly there at the back of your throat. It helped on the high pass this afternoon, the place where the air is thinnest, where your lungs want more than the mountain gives. The coca is a gift of Pachamama, the great Earth Mother, for the people who live where the sky presses closest. The cold outside settles deeper. The wind finds its rhythm in the thatch. You breathe with it, in with the stillness, out with the dark. You have run this section of the Qhapaq Nan for 3 seasons now. You know the stones, which ones shift slightly in rain, which ones are polished smooth by 10,000 sandaled feet before yours. You know where the road narrows through a cut in the cliff face, where the mountain was carved to let the empire through. You know the llama caravans you pass in the mornings, moving slowly south with loads of dried quinoa and freeze-dried potato. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to remember. The road knows where it goes. You only need to run it. The chasquis who ran before you knew the same stones. The road was laid before your grandfather was born. It will carry the empire long after you are part of the puna grass. 40,000 walking distances of road, north to the forests, south to the cold deserts, east toward the jungle, west to the coast. All of it connected, all of it alive with runners. You breathed once hard at the top of the pass today. You blew your purutu, the conch shell horn, to signal the next tambo. The sound carried down the valley ahead of you, low and long and certain. The woman who runs this tambo built the fire before sunset. A small fire in the stone hearth cut into the corner of the main room. She fed it with iku grass twisted into thick bundles, the way people do on the puna where wood is scarce. The smoke rose slow and brown toward the thatch. She didn't hurry it. A fire on the puna has its own pace. She gave you a clay bowl of chicha, corn grown somewhere below, where the terraced Andeans hold warmer air. Fermented slow. Slightly sour, slightly sweet. You drank it in small portions, warming your hands on the clay. The Ailu she belongs to has managed this tambo for as long as the road has stood here. She also brought quinoa, cooked with dried potato, all from the Inca storehouses nearby. The empire feeds its runners. It feeds everyone who serves the Qhapaq Nan. The fire is lower now, just a glow behind its ring of stones. It does not need you to tend it tonight. She will rebuild it before dawn. You let the warmth of the chicha move through you, down into your stomach, into your arms and legs. The bowl is set aside. The night is quiet. The fire breathes. The sun god Inti left the sky 2 hours ago. He will return. He always returns. The priests in Cusco tend the Coricancha, the temple of the sun, through the dark hours. But here on the Puna, you do not need a temple to feel the order in things. There is no haze here. The stars at this elevation are hard and precise, not scattered but placed, each one exactly where it has always been. The Inca know them by name. The dark patches between the stars also have names, the dark cloud constellations, shapes made of absence rather than light. A llama, a fox, a serpent. Pachamama holds you from below. The stone beneath the mat is the mountain, and the mountain is her body. There is nothing strange in this. It is simply true, the way the cold is true, the way your tired legs are true. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to remember. The stars will turn tonight without your help. Pachamama will hold without your effort. One of the llamas in the pen outside makes a sound, low, almost questioning. Then nothing. The other llamas do not respond. It settles again into the quiet. Llamas do not rush. You have noticed this, running past the caravans on the Qhapaq Nan. However fast you run, the llama caravan moves at exactly its own pace. The handlers walk alongside. The loads, alpaca cloth, dried food, coca leaves bound for Cusco, sway gently on their backs. The animals set their tempo. No one convinces them otherwise. The wool of your blanket is from animals like these. It was spun by someone in an ilu, a community of families working land and craft together. The woman who spun it did not know you, and still here it is, across your legs, keeping you from the cold. The llama in the pen makes no more sound. The night returns to itself. You passed a huaca on the road this afternoon. A large stone, taller than a man, standing alone at the place where the path crosses a ridge. Someone had left offerings at its base. Coca leaves carefully arranged. A small bundle of iku grass tied with colored thread. A clay figurine. The huaca was there before the Inca road. It will be there when the road itself is grass again. You stopped for a moment. Not long. A chasqui does not have time for long stops. But you paused and looked back the way you had come, down the long line of road, past the switchbacks cut into the cliff, toward the valley floor where the river was a thread of cold silver in the afternoon light. The Andes do not ask to be admired. They simply are. Ridge after ridge, each one indifferent to the small figures moving along the stone path at its base. The road exists because the empire willed it into the stone. The mountain permits it or does not, and so far the mountain has permitted. You left a single coca leaf at the huaca's base. A small thing, enough. The fire is ash now. The other chasqui in the tambo, the one who brought his quipu from the north this afternoon, has been quiet for a long time. His breathing is slow and even. He ran further than you today. He will sleep longer. You lie still. Your legs are heavy and warm inside the wool. Your hands have stopped feeling the cold. The stone beneath the mat presses up gently against your back, not hard, just present. Old and patient and still. Through the gap in the doorway cloth, you can see a piece of the sky. Just a rectangle of it, dark and full of stars. The Milky Way cuts across it at an angle, the bright road of light that your people call the river in the sky. Beside it, the dark shape of the llama constellation, made from the dark between the bright stars, which takes patience to see. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to remember. The quipu will wait at the door until morning. The road will be there at dawn. Tonight there is only the cold and the stars and the sound of your own breathing. The last ember in the fire ring fades. One small glow, then dark. The llama in the pen exhales. Long, slow, a sound like the mountain itself releasing something it no longer needs to hold. The quipu at the door, its knots untouched, its message waiting. Tomorrow it will run north, just not tonight. Your thoughts go thin and loose, like alpaca fiber being drawn out slowly before the spin. They ease apart. They stop needing to mean anything. The stars turn above the puna slowly, the way they always have. The cold deepens around you, and you are warm enough inside it. The wool, the weight, the dark. The Pututu is silent, the road is still, the mountain holds. Let the Qhapaq Nan carry you now, just let it.